Hi guys, how are you going? Good, that's good. We'll continue our last class and I'll go through assessment 5. We already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections from cubic. Next week I will continue 6, 7, 8. 9 is not, I'll just go through very quickly. So basically I'm going to cover the whole thing next week. Okay, and then you guys come back. When you come back, I plan to have quadratic test probably second lesson when you come back. Okay, so not the first lesson. Please continue assessment task 6, which is cubic 1. Now I haven't covered the whole thing, so you just keep doing it. Yep, I'm not gonna give you any due date yet, but I'll sometime the week you come back. Okay, we'll put that way. Let's start. Assessment task 5. Your test is gonna be quite similar to this. Okay. Or I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but look at A. Expand. Expand means open the bracket. So you open the bracket first, and then open the bracket. Next one, and you see, well, nothing to simplify here. So I just get that minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 30. Hopefully you get that answer. Next one, same thing. When I look at it, I'll probably do this first. 2 minus 3x squared. 2 minus 3x, 2 minus 3x. Yeah, you open the bracket, and then you open the bracket to here, minus, 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 everything change their signs, and eventually you get minus 9x squared plus 12x minus 4. You write down the highest degree to number. Okay, so please get that. A simple question. If you struggle with that, you better practice a lot this question again. Pascal's triangle, we done that. You write down 1 for 6 for 1. You remember 1, 1. You know, continue drawing. You need to be able to draw Pascal's triangle, and then you just plug in the numbers. You get that. Okay. Question 3. Factorize and solve. Okay. Factorize, you know factorize. Factorization is opposite of expansion, so we're going back to bracket form. Okay, let's factorize it. 2x plus 5, x minus, already done it there. So 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 makes 2. 2 times 1 makes 5. 5 times 1, just guessing, and then make sure I have negative, so I need to put negative somewhere, but I know 2 times 1, 5 times 1, I have to make 3, okay, when we add it. Therefore, I should, okay, 5 minus 2 is 3, so I put negative here. 5 times minus 1 is minus 5, good, works. 2 times 1 is 2, works. Minus 2, 5. 5 minus 2, 3. When we add it, we get that, works. Okay, so write down x and x. That's why I write down 2x plus 5. X. 1x is x minus 1. That's why I have that. So in that case, I done factorization. Okay, you make bracket form, factorized. And then there's a solve. Solve. Solve means equals what? 0. Good job, guys. Equals 0. When they ask you solve, you make the whole expression equals what? 0. Good. Equals 0. That means I have two cases. Either left hand side is 0 or right hand side 0. So this equals 0 or that equals 0. 2x minus 5 equals 0. I do it. I get that. 2x minus 1 is 0. X is 0. So answer is x equals minus 5 over 2 and x equals 1. You can write down either or n, doesn't really matter. I usually use just comma. Okay. All good, guys? Yeah, I'll probably just use comma because there's two solutions. Squared number, therefore we got two solutions. Possibly. Yeah. All right. B. Same thing. 16x squared minus 24x plus 9. Factorize it. 16, 9. We've seen this number a lot because 16 is 4 times 4. 9 is 3 times 3. Just try that because 12, 12, 24. But when we add it, it's 24. Therefore, we have to make one side negative. The best way is put negative and negative because 4, 4, 16. Negative 3 times negative 3 is going to be 9. So we're using that. Yeah. So 4 times negative 3 minus 12 minus 12. When we add it, we got negative 24. Okay. So x squared x. I have 4x minus 3, 4x minus 3. Therefore, that's squared equals 0. Okay. And then, therefore, this inside 4x minus 3 has to be 0 because 0 times 0 equals 0. So that has to be 0. 4x move to 3. X is 3 over 4. Did you get that? Good job. Good job. Okay, next one. So far, when you look at it, we got squared x number. Squared x number. It's in order. However, now what you see is squared number and just number. Squared x and number. It's different form, isn't it? I mean, when we're doing cubic, we've seen cubic and number as well. What did we do? All we need to do, we just move the number to the other side. I mean, we're isolating x. Same with linear. I isolate x. So move to there. I get that, isn't it? Always, please remember the form. When you look at factorizing question, you look at the form first. Oh, I can't see any x. That means, okay, squared or cubic minus number. Oh, I need to move the number to the other side. Good. Well done, Charlie. Sorry, it's in the morning. X squared equals 25. divided by 3. Omid, are you listening? Yes, okay. X squared. And then squared number is always what? Positive, because plus times plus, plus negative times negative, positive is always positive. Therefore, the possibility is plus and minus. Okay, squared. How many answer possibly we have? 2. So x equals plus 5 and minus 5. Or you can write it down this way. Okay. Next. 3x. Okay. This is not expression equals 0 form, isn't it? No, it's not. Therefore, we have to move everything into one side, make equal 0 form. So we move to here. Okay, square x number, normal form. Obviously, before we didn't try highest common factor because it's nothing is even and odd. But in this case, I can see 3, 9, 6. Everything related with number 3. So the first thing you need to see when you factorize is any possibilities of highest common factor. In this case, 3, 3, 3. So I can come out with 3. If you see x, you can, this question can be like this: 3x cubed minus 9x squared plus 6x equals 0. Isn't it? Yep. Then what is the highest common factor? 3. I can see 3. Also, this all have what? X. 3x. So I can get x squared minus 3x plus 6 equals 0. And all I need to do, just work this inside. We've seen similar question in cubic. Okay, but it's all related. You can see that. If you can find highest common factor, it makes the question much easier. Okay, and done it. Just additional thing, but remember, done it. Okay, 3x minus 2. Okay, 2 1 minus minus. We get that. I mean, if you find my class is boring, you just put down 1.2 speed or 1.5 speed. That will explain it faster. Okay, and save your time. All right, next. Hopefully my class is not too boring. All right, next. Ooh, this square minus 9 this plus 18. Oh, therefore, instead of x, if this was question like this, is much easier, isn't it? All I need to do, I just factorize this part, isn't it? Yeah. However, now we have issue. What's the issue? There is not x, we have x plus 2. But what about if we put let x plus 2 equals a? Just change it, yeah? We just look at the whole thing as 1, okay? Then I can write this down. A squared minus 9a plus 18 equals 0. You can put b, c, d, e, f, doesn't really matter, okay? And then a squared means a times a, or 1, so 1 times 1, 1a, 1 times 1, and then 18, 6 times 3 is 18, however we got the negative number, so when you add it, it has to be negative, so negative, yeah, positive and negative works, and then a minus 6, a minus 3, and then we know a is x plus 2, isn't it? Yeah, so I put x plus 2 instead of a, substitute here, so instead of a, that become x plus 2, because eventually I want to know x plus 2 form, x form, not a. A was the number, we just made it up. So x plus 2 instead of a, and then minus 6. X plus 2, minus 3, minus 3. So we get minus x minus 4, x minus 1. Therefore, when I finish here, you just done factorization. Factorizing, and then, but the question asks you, factorize and solve. Solve means equals what? 0. Well done, guys. Equals 0. Please remember, you need to know what you need, actual question asks you. Factorizing, you make bracket form. And solve equals 0. So what is x? You need to write it down. X equals, when x is 4 and 1, we got 0. So 1 and 4. Okay, I'll pause it for a second. Okay, let's continue question 4. I had coffee. You know, I talk alone for 14 minutes. I think I deserve a cup of coffee. It's cold. Okay, next question. Use the method of completing the square, okay, to solve this following. Let's do this together here. I hope everybody know how to do completing the square now. We use that, completing the square, we use this technique to do what? Turning point form as well. When do we use turning point form? Yes, when you want to know turning point. It's the same thing. That's exactly the same thing. Okay? Let's do that. X squared minus 5x minus 1 equals 0. I'll just show you this. If you know, you can skip it. X, next one, half of that, minus 5 over 2 squared. Good. And then you square that. This is always minus, and the square, 5, 5, 25, 2 to 4. Okay? and then you always get negative number here because when you square that is positive and you actually have negative here. And minus 1 equals 0, x minus 5 over 2 square minus 25 over 4. Okay, fraction, I will make the fraction 1, I can written as 4 over 4 equals 0. X minus 5 over 2 square minus 25 minus 4 minus 29 equals 0. Okay, so I have that form. 1 whole side square as number. All I need to do the same thing. It's actually same as this form, x squared minus 5 equals 0. X squared and the number, what did I do in that question? This is same as this form, just x has been moved a little bit. I just move the other side. Same thing happened. X, still x squared form. We just move 5 over 2. 29 over 4. Good. And then x minus 5 over 2 equals, I did square root. Square root. Don't forget that when I square root, what do I need to do? Plus minus. Okay. There are two possibilities, isn't it? Yep. And then x equals, all I want to know is x anyway. 5 over 2 plus or 5 over 2 minus. I'm just checking two different cases. So I have, or n, doesn't really matter because we got two solutions here. Yep. Good? Yep. Hopefully you're able to do that. Next question. Quadratic formula minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Yep. And this is discriminant. Yep. And I'll probably do this. A equals 2, B equals minus 5. Oh no, I have to rearrange this, isn't it? Oh no. Okay, 2x squared moved minus 4x minus 5 equals 0. We have to make that form, isn't it? And then A is 2, B is minus 4, C is minus 5. Work that out first and then plugged in. Okay, it reduces the chance of making mistake. Yeah. Quadratic formula. I mean, if normal factorization doesn't work, that's one of the best way to solve. It's the only way to solve. Okay, quadratic formula. Next, question 6. Discriminant, which is this, isn't it? B squared minus 4ac. From where? Quadratic formula. But we can use this to find out how many solutions we have. Okay. Use that discriminant. Determine. We need to figure out how many real and the types of solution. How many solutions? This basically says how many solutions we could have from here. Minus x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 0. So A is minus 1, B is 5, C is minus 3. Yep. And then all I need to get is B squared minus 4AC. That's quite easy. You should get this question. B squared minus 4AC. I plugged in B squared minus 4AC, and I get that. I got 13. So discriminant equals 13. Is discriminant bigger than 0? Or discriminant equals 0? Or discriminant smaller than 0? There are three types here. We'll go and work that out. In this case, 13 is bigger than 0. Therefore, in this case, discriminant equals bigger than 0. How many solutions we have? 2 real solutions. Okay? When discriminant equals 0, we got 1 solution. When discriminant equals smaller than 0, is no real solutions. Makes sense? Because you will get the imaginary number, which you're not gonna go through for method 3. I'll introduce imaginary number for specialized. That's first time. Even for specialized, I don't go through too much. It's very basic. Okay, question 7. For equation y equals x squared plus bx plus 7, find the values of b. Okay, you will see these types of question a lot, isn't it? You must know. I actually checked your assignment. I didn't mark it, but people still, you guys are able to get one solution. That's good. You can get these 2 spots, but you still struggle to work this out. So I'll go through this again. Okay, and there is video. I explained this, so you can go through that video. That's not really long video. Okay, when you solve this, I always check when discriminant equals 0 first, which means one solution, one real solution, which means real means real number, one solution, yeah, and there is no solution. In this case, discriminant equals smaller than 0. There's 2 solution, discriminant equals bigger than 0. Do you remember that? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna use. Yeah, from your equation, you go and figure out A, B, C. That original equation, we figured that out. All I need to do, what's the discriminant look like? B squared minus 4AC. When you do that, what do you get? In this case, one coefficient is not given. Therefore, in this case, you need to always go one real solution, which means discriminant equals 0. That's first thing you need to do. Good? It's always same. The first thing, go and find out that equals 0 situation. So 0 equals b squared minus 28. Okay? I know everything except b. So I plugged in 1 and 7. So that's what I get. And move 28 equals b squared. Therefore, b equals 2, 7, or minus 2, 7. Which means b equals plus minus square root 28. Okay? 28, which means 4 times 7, 2 times 2, so 2 is coming out, 7 stays, so that's how they look like. Good? Just makes simpler form here. And then you go and draw. What I'm drawing, this is not original graph. I am drawing when this one and that one is, I am drawing this graph here. Okay? And they say when b equals 2 square root 7 and minus 2 square root 7, that become b equals 0. You understand? Yeah? b equals 0. When b equals minus 2 square root 7 and 2 square root 7, discriminant become 0. So now I'm able to draw squared one, square parabola here. Didn't draw well. That's much better. Yeah. And then I know when b equals 0, when discriminant equals 0, when b is these 2 points. That's what I get so far. Okay? You guys happy with that? So the one solution, that's 0. Why did I draw that? To figure this out. There is no solution. They said discriminant is smaller than 0. When discriminant is smaller than 0, this isn't it? But in this graph, when do we have smaller than 0? Between minus 2 square root 7 and 2 square root 7. So now look at it. When x is this, negative. This, negative, 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 negative. Does that make sense? Yeah. The y value, which is here, in this case, this is the y value, isn't it? Yeah. Therefore, this is always smaller than 0 between 2 minus 2 square root 7 b 2 square root 7. Always this form, between. And then two real solution when discriminant is bigger than 0, which means when x is here, I get bigger than 0. Bigger than 0. If x is between these two numbers, is negative, so we have to go here. Therefore, somewhere bigger than this or smaller than that. So in that option, b has to be bigger than bigger number here, 2 square root 7, or b is smaller than small number here. This question always same thing. The first thing you need to do, go and figure out one real solution, which means discriminant equals 0, and then you will figure out 2 points. 2 points. And then you go smaller than discriminant, which means between that. Okay, so between that, and you always gonna draw same shape. Yep. And two real solution bigger than that, which means bigger than 0, which means your b number there has to be bigger than bigger number, smaller than smaller number. That's what you're gonna get. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense for you. All right. You must know that question. Next, find the point of intersection. Intersection, x-intercept, y-intercept between. This point of intersection. Sorry, point of intersection, and parabola, which means squared number, and then straight line, linear. So that's linear, that's quadratic. That's what they're saying. Parabola. When they use the word parabola, we're dealing with quadratic, good. Straight number, a straight line, linear. So we're dealing with that. I mean, it's written here anyway. Okay, so they say point of intersection. I don't know what they look like, but something like this. And then they pass somewhere. I don't know. It's 1, 2, don't know here in this case. Yeah. But we try to find that point. Yeah. When they meet, two things meet together in the one point, we know at that point we're gonna have same x and y, isn't it? Same x and y. Therefore, y equals x squared plus 7x plus 9 equals y equals 2x plus 3. Y same. Therefore, the whole thing equals the whole thing is same. So my starting point is x squared minus 7x plus 9 equals 2x plus 3. That's first thing. You need to make the two equation equal same. So everything written as x, isn't it? And then next you move everything into one side. So x squared minus 9x plus 6 equals nothing left, 0. So you have another quadratic equation. That's the first step you need to do. So I just did till here. Hold on. What's that wrong? Oh no, that's positive. Yeah, that's positive. Therefore, when I move it, that's gonna be 5. Positive 5. Sorry guys, didn't write down the question properly. And then 6 Now 3 times 2 x. So I get x plus 3, x plus 2 equals 0, isn't it? Yep. We try to figure out what is x here when x equals 0. Yep. And then I get when x equals 0, x plus 3 equals 0, or x plus 2 equals 0. Therefore, x is minus 3, or x is minus 2. Am I right? X is minus 3, minus 2. Yep. So there are possibilities. According to this, when x is minus 3 and x is minus 2, we will have point of intersection become same value. Okay? What does that mean? So when x is minus 3, we need to find out what? Because we want points of intersection, we need x and y point. We only get x point, minus 3 and minus 2. Therefore, we need to find y point. When x is minus 3, I can just plug in either quadratic or linear. Doesn't really matter because we assume this is on the same meeting point. So we're going to get the same answer. Well, why do we use quadratic when we have linear here? So plugged in y equals 2 minus 3 plus 3. Instead of x, I put minus 3. Okay, y minus 6 plus 3 minus 3. So when x is minus 3, y equals minus 3. Therefore, minus 3. So point of intersection is 1. I got the 1 point. Another one is when x is minus 2, y equals 2 minus 2 plus 3, minus 4 plus 3, minus 1. So, and when x is minus 2, y is what? Minus 1. You must know. You guys with me? Am I right? Yeah, correct. You should know point of intersection. Please practice this question a couple of times if you didn't get it. Next. 9, 10, 11, we've got quite a bit here. I'll probably make 2 sections because it's a bit more than 30 minutes. It takes a bit of time to upload the long ones. So I'll pause it here. And then next video, I will start from question 9.